Good evening, everyone. This is Mike Patello. Welcome to our Immunitech training call tonight. And we've got a very special call. I'm super excited. We've got special guests. You just saw Brittany Hayes pop up on the video. Denise Walls, she'll be joining us here in a minute, along with Nikki Moore. And we're going to talk tonight about, do I have like a glow? Can you guys see that, or is it just me? It's totally weirding me out. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I had spring break. Maybe I came back halo. That's
You're
it's a
glowing,
little
right?
creepy. But I'm excited to talk about a new product introduction that happened in Mexico, for Mexico as well as the US over this past few days. And many of you are starting to receive, check this real quick and make sure everything's coming through on the other end. Oh, it says chat disabled. Let's turn that on real quick. Denise, can you turn that on, or do I need to do that?
I got it.
You got it? Okay. All right. So we did announce a new product in Mexico for Mexico as well as the US. And I'm excited about it. Tonight. You're going to learn from experts. I like to call them expert mamas because they got the kiddos and they're going to share with you how to share this product with other moms, with other dads for the kiddos. And I'd like to think I'm an expert dad. I don't know, maybe not at parenting all the time, but when it comes to sharing this, I think that a lot of dads are going to share this with other dads as well, because it's pretty remarkable what this product can do. So I want to kick off and share with you what the product is, a little bit about kind of what it does, and then Denise and Brittany will take over with Nikki and really share how you can take this, the last, what do we have, 6 7 days of the month, 8 days of the month, and explode your business with new customers, new consultants. We already know, I mean, I'm looking at all of our Immunical over here. We've got 79 patents, 92 published studies. We've got a product that nobody else has in the world, and kids use it to build immunity and to have extraordinary results. We've seen tons of studies and results come out with children with asthma, with ADHD, with autism, and there's been studies on that. So it's something pretty remarkable what our Immunical does. But when you think about a couple things about kids, we think about, number one, we want to put good stuff in their bodies. Tiffany and I, we did a video this weekend. We were on a walk and we laughed because our kids are like, what are those crash dummies in cars? Let's see what happens with the dummy when they put it in a car for the airbags. That's like our family. We take everything. We test everything. Our kids have piled down so much green stuff and red stuff and exotic stuff. They don't even know what hit them. So they were just so happy when I showed them this. They go, "Hey, that box looks really good." And it's the win. I don't know what's going on in my video, guys. I apologize. It like I have a halo on everything. Maybe that's a sign. But let me see if I can move that a little bit and get rid of it. Nope, it's just there. I mean, lights on upstairs, so who knows? But it's called WIMMS, and there is actually an acronym for that. I will look that up while the other ladies are talking this evening and share that with you. But when I first saw this, my first reaction to it was whimsical, kind of just a fun, playful product that kids would take. Kids would see the box and they would say, "I want that." And let me just show you a couple things if you haven't seen this already. So this is a product for 4 to 12-year-olds. And it is only, by the way, let's talk about, we put stuff down our kids because we want them to be healthy, but consultant price is only like 17 bucks, 16, 17 bucks. Full retail, $25 for a full month supply. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what's in it. But first, I want to show you what it is. Like, let's just talk about what it is first. So when you open the box, it's got the ingredients on there. If you've not seen the ingredients, well, you probably can't snapshot that, but it's online now. You can see everything. It comes in these little blister packs, okay? What's really cool is the back of it actually shows you that they tear apart. So I'm going to show you how that works. So like you can take just one and you can tear it right apart, And there you have, half your month still remaining for your kids. So your kids take this, and right when they pull it out, I tell my kids to smell it. You can almost smell the tropical flavor through this. And this is an individual daily multi and omega vitamin. So I want to show you, like, when you get this, you're getting a full month's supply for one child, that they can take one of these every single day. I will tell you this, if they're like my kids, they don't just want to take one every day. I took one a while ago. I'm getting ready to take a second one just to demonstrate it. And I think my son took 3 today. Not sure if he's going to get any extra benefit, but they taste amazing. They really taste that good. If I had him walk in here right now, problem is he'd be in his underwear. But he would come in and he'd be like, "Oh, this stuff is good. Give me my WIMMS, Dad. Give me my WIMMS." He loves this product. So this is what it is. It's called WIMMS. It comes packaged like this. We're going to talk about it here in a second. What an amazing way to sample. But here's what's really cool. Here's what I want you to get. When you pop it out, you can kind of see it's about, kind of fits, well, like your thumbnail. Okay. That's about the size of it. That's the thickness of it. And it smells, I can't even talk about how good it smells. I mean, if you've tried the product, it smells extraordinary. The wrapper smells extraordinary. And it's a gummy. I don't know how to describe the texture, but it's not like a gummy bear. A gummy bear is a little harder, and the consistency is different. This is a product that when you take it, like, it's almost like Jello. That's for the closest consistency that I can share with you. It feels like you took a little slice of Jello, like the old school Jello, and put it in your mouth. It tastes great. Take it down. Kids go crazy over it. So let's talk a little bit about what's in it, what it does. That's how it comes packaged. Those of you that have not placed your order yet for your subscription, for just the company in general, you can put a Body Shop bundle or any variation of 500 points. And by the way, that's not $500. 500 point auto ship, and you're going to get a free full month supply of this shipped to you. The first batch has already been shipped out. Some of you, I noticed, have already, people tell me to wipe my camera. Yeah, I did that. But it's already shipped out. The next batch will be going out tomorrow, but you can get the Body Shop bundle, which is box of Immunical, box of greens, box of Sunray. That's 500 points. That fully qualifies you for your 1K club order, which I know many of you are going for that $1,600 in your first 90 days. And the company's going to send you a full month supply of WIMMS. So let's talk for a minute. What is WIMMS? So WIMMS, it is fast absorbing nutrition for kids. Now, adults, you're going to love it. I recommend you don't just get the free box. They do have a special package put together with multiple boxes. You can see that on the website, but it's got a delicious tropical flavor. It's nano emulsified omega-3 technology. Now, what does that mean? Well, number one, if you've ever tried omegas, fish oil or omega gels, many times, like, this is just the reality of it, the kids or adults, you take it and there's a super fishy taste. Many people, when they take it, they burp it back up and there's that fishy taste. It's just not good. Nano emulsified omega-3, what it does, it allows for 44% not only faster absorption, but more absorption. And there is absolutely no sugar in this product whatsoever. So the kids get that effective brain support from the omega and the immune support from the vitamins. There's no hassle. There's no artificial ingredients. And I just mentioned there's absolutely no fishy taste. Like, that's not a sales pitch. That's not me saying it and you're going to get it and go, "Oh, I have a different palate." I'm telling you, all you taste is amazing tropical flavor. So you talk about what's in it. Well, it supports the cognitive development of kids. We really talk a lot about the brain with Immunical and different things and studies that we've done on this product, but it has for the cognitive development and focus. I have noticed my son's super hyperactive, which I think a lot of boys are, but he loves this product. And he actually, when kids get into habits, it's pretty extraordinary what they do. every night, every morning, he asks, "Hey, Dad, I want to take my," he calls it either his Immunical or his smoothie. It's the same thing. He doesn't call it a shot. My daughter calls it a shot. My wife calls it a shot. I call it a shot. But the kids both are like, "Hey, can I have my WIMMS?" There's something about the name that's catchy for kids that they will ask for this, and you're really helping them with the omega. But it's got immune strength. It's got really focusing on protecting your cells, the vitamin C, vitamin E, the bone density. You know, kids are out there being active, they're being kids. It really enhances the calcium absorption for stronger bones and stronger teeth. There's no sugar in this product, so you don't have to worry about the sugar issue with a lot of things in there. That's that vitamin D and vitamin C. It's mess free. There's no liquidy stuff in it. There's no stickiness to it. I mean, I just had it in my fingers. You take it straight. It's fast absorbing and it goes down very quickly. So if your kid's a picky eater like mine is, it's really quick and it's really a flavorful, so they like it. And it's 100% clean label. So when you look on this, it's absolutely clean label. And I believe when you look on the side here, it is sugar-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, and GMO-free. And it is clean label project certified. So there's no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no gluten, no sugar, no preservatives, no dairy, clean label product. So as you're looking at this and you really want your kids to try it, what you're going to get from this is 300 milligrams of omega, which is pretty extraordinary. There's 44% faster absorption that I mentioned because of that nano emulsified technology. It tastes great, and it's really just one day. So those of you that are looking for something for your kids or looking for a little bit better immunity, maybe you had them try the Immunical and maybe they're not wanting to take it every day. This is a great way to kind of dip their big toe in the water, so to speak, and try it out. The thing that I think parents will see from this product is stronger immunity, fewer sick days. There's no question you're going to have stronger teeth, stronger bones. But the other thing that during the test phase of this is bright eyes and sharper vision. When you look at vitamin A, omega-3, that DHA, and EPA support, it really helps the eye development. It reduces like digital strain on devices. So when kids take this product, it actually helps promote clear vision the kids that are spending time on a lot of screens. So, I mean, obviously with no sugar, I mean, we went to Costco today and it's just amazing. The things that you think are healthy are not. You hear the term, what is it? Fake news all the time, right? I feel like that's everywhere. Fake news, fake news, fake news. It's fake food. And when we're putting things in our body so many times, especially with our kids, we don't realize it. I saw a great graphic the other day that said, I drank Gatorade, so my kids drink Gatorade. Now, your kids are drinking a completely different product with the same name on there. So when we look at WIMMS, this is completely sugar-free. Kids hate swallowing pills. You don't want all the junk or the sugar spikes in there. It's pure effective nutrition for your kids. And I think that you'll find that they'll have a lot of fun with it. This is pretty interesting. When I was reading this, it has 20 times more potency of the omega-3 than compared to a standard omega-3 gummy. That's a lot of extra omega and potency in there, because a lot of times these fake nutrition products that you take it and then it just goes out of you just as quick as you come in. This has more potency for more absorption, and of course it's clean and safe for you. But as you're going through it, you're going to see omega-3, you're going to see choline, which is really good for the brain cell membranes and neurotransmitters. I know that sounds like super technical, but it's good for kids' brains. And vitamin A, you guys know vitamin A. We've seen it for the skin, for immunity, for reproduction, for heart, lungs. Vitamin C, we all know what vitamin C is good for. Vitamin E, really protecting those cells and boosting the immune system. It's got niacin in there. It's a fantastic for the blood fats and enhances the brain and skin health. Vitamin B12, clean vitamin B12, vitamin D, biotin, vitamin B6. It is absolutely power packed. For those of you that want to try this. And, just a couple things that I saw on the website that I wanted to share with you here tonight. Um, this is pretty interesting. So we know when we talk about autism and ADHD, we've seen different studies with Immunical, and some people have asked, like, is this good for that? Well, here's the reality, right? WIMMS isn't a treatment for any specific condition, but omega-3, like DHA and EPA, they've absolutely been shown to support in studies the focus for brain health in children and overall cognitive development. So when you think about putting something in your kid, you're absolutely putting something good into their body. And sugar-free tastes good. I think what I would do, and something I think that the ladies are going to talk about tonight, is when you sample this and use this product with other people, I recommend you do it with the kids in front of the moms. Because if a mom takes this off and you hand it to her and you give it to her kid right in front, and her kid goes, "Oh, this is so good," and you spend the next few seconds telling her how great it is, and she knows the kid's already gonna, because the kid's gonna love it. That's the one thing that you can absolutely bank on, is that the kid is going to absolutely love this product. So, Denise, I'm going to throw it to you to really talk about um, some marketing behind this, because we've got a few days left in the month. A lot of people are getting their orders in, they're getting qualified. They don't want to miss out on that 1K club. And what a great product to have timed for the end of the month like this.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what I find is about a product like this is that people want to know that their kids are going to take it. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. It could be really healthy for them, but it does not matter if their kids are not going to take it. So a few ways that we can build confidence that their kids are actually going to take it is to show pictures and videos of our kids taking it. And so I think that's going to be step one, is for us to really do a test. You can even do something like we seriously have a cupboard full of vitamins that our children will not take because it's gross, and they don't do pills and all that kind of stuff. And so you can have a whole like pile full of products that you've potentially bought in the past that your kids aren't going to take, and then show the difference between how easy this is for them to take. So step one, I think, Mike, is for people to know that it is delicious and kids take it. So you can show them taking it, you can do videos, you can do reels, you can do pictures, you can show the pile that they're not taking, and then how easy it is for them to take this, and do kind of a pro and con or contrasting kind of video. I know Brandon did one with his vitamin D where he did a video of him throwing it away and said, "I'm getting rid of all of this because now I have WIMMS." Those are just some ideas on how we can utilize this in our social media to grab attention. What we know is that our goal on social media is not to tell everybody everything in one post. Our goal is to create curiosity. So even questions like, how many of you have tried to get your kids to take vitamins? Like, what is your favorite vitamin? And then you can start a conversation with them, like, "Oh my gosh, I know, me too. I just found this that my kids love." The goal here, right, is to create curiosity and invite people into conversation. So, Mike, those are just a few ideas that I had on what we're planning to do next week when we get, well, hopefully tomorrow, when we get our product and can start getting the word out.
I love it, because what I love is that people want to see kids doing things, and I think that when we're looking at some different tips and tricks on what people can do to share this, it's really just showing real life. It's being authentic and showing your kids, try it. I mean, literally the first time, this is kind of funny, and I may share this video. I was testing it about a month ago, so I couldn't share it when it happened, and then I just forgot about it until just now. But I'm going to share it. But like being authentic, like it's like the first time Rocco and Sophie tried it. They had some friends over, and we had kids try it, and one of them, like there was like 6 or 7 kids over. They were playing on a Saturday, and one of the kids like would not try it. Everything he could find wrong with this thing. He was like, "Oh, I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way it feels in my hand. Oh, I don't like the texture. I don't like." And then he's like, when he put it in his mouth, he goes, "That tastes really good." And I'm like, oh, why didn't I have all that on camera? Right. So you got to document this, have some fun with that. And I think that that's absolutely so true is just getting creative, asking questions. That's probably one thing I've done really well over 25 years. I'm not afraid to ask questions publicly, privately, social media. And when it comes to marketing, when you ask questions, people are going to give you a positive answer or a negative answer or no answer, right? That's probably one of your three options. And either one of those, guess what? It's okay. Because you can take a negative and you can choose if you want to respond to it and turn it into a positive, or, sometimes publicity is publicity. So let me jump out to you, Brittany. You're crushing things on social media. What do you think about WIMS?
So I'm excited. So you said something, Mike, about, stronger immunity and less sick days. And that's one of my pieces of advice to everyone is like, that's what you should be marketing right now. I've got 5 kids and my kids hardly ever get sick because we eat super clean. We put good things in our body. But that is not the case for most of my friends on social media. And so even before WIMS came out, like I've been using that to my advantage with, the happy pill and with the body shot. Like when I see people complaining like, oh my gosh, we've been sick, the last couple months straight, like this is ridiculous. Like I'll comment something really nice, like, oh my gosh, I hope you guys feel better. But then right away, I'm going to make some type of post about boosting your immunity. And I know it's not the exact same thing we're talking about with WIMS, but it is still applicable. Like to Mike's point, to Denise's point, drip things here and there that those people that you're engaging with and just being genuine with are going to come back and see, because every single parent out there doesn't want their kids to be sick. Like no one likes when your kids are sick, and everyone wants stronger immunity for your kids. And what I have found as a mom, being in network marketing for the last decade, is that people will spend money on their kids before they spend money on themselves. So even someone
Yeah.
that maybe has previously told you, say they reached out about the body shot and you tried to sell them the bundle and they're like, oh, I'd love to try, but not right now. I don't have the money. I guarantee you they'll buy WIMS from you. Even if they had 5 kids like me, they'd buy it for all 5, because it's just a different mindset with parents. They're willing to spend money on their kids. And what I love about this is that the price point is truly affordable for everyone. I think of it kind of like Sunray. Like when I make stories about Sunray, I'm like, yes, you can afford it. It's about $20. And I'm going to be saying the exact same thing about this. Like this is less than $20, because I always go straight to the subscribe and save price and tell them, you don't have to keep ordering, but you're going to want to. So just start out on subscribe and save. You can always change it later, but you're definitely going to want to keep ordering, but there's no commitment. And that is huge for people, like just kind of knowing like, okay, I have nothing to lose. Why would I not?
Yeah.
One thing I also think is really huge about this, Mike, is, the eye development and eye health benefits, because there are so many kids, like increasingly, every decade that are, studies are coming out that like kids are having eye problems younger and younger. And I'm sure it's completely due to screens and the blue
That's
light
right.
and all that. I've got my 11-year-old's almost legally blind already, which I am too. He got my eyes, poor kid. And then my 16-year-old, she's got bad eyes. And so I'm super excited to see just like how this, can improve their eye health and also just keep them from getting worse. And then the other thing I wanted to share is, you made a comment about fake food. Be loud and educate people. Like it is, like with my story, most of I've been healing holistically from cancer for the last 4 months. And I made a decision to heal holistically. I didn't want to go through any Western medicine treatments, and body shots helped me so much. I'm so grateful for everything I'm doing diet wise and all that. But I've been loud with my diet changes. I even have like an email recipe list that I share where I'm like, you don't know what you're eating. Like you don't know what's in those foods. You could think you're eating clean. I was keto before this and thought I was like, these keto low carb wraps were clean. And I realized after I went through all my stuff with my health, they're loaded with seed oils. They're horrible for you. But I'm over here thinking I'm eating low carb, it's healthy. So my point of that is like the people that I've been able to impact through this journey with Immunotech, just by educating them, like, hey, no harm, no foul. I didn't know either, but like, look at what you're putting in your body. Like, that's why you feel like crap. It is amazing the people that have come and been like, wow, like I'm learning so much from you. So use your social media as a place to educate. Like everything you share should be educational, inspiring, bring some sort of value to people. So I think a great tactic for this is like share that this has no dyes, no artificial sweeteners, no sugar, it's clean. Share that it's Clean Project Label certified. Like share all those good things, because that's going to really get parents' attention. Like, okay, something is different about this. And then last tip I want to share is I made a post the other day, or a story, I can't remember. And I said, I was given all the benefits about it. And I said that, it helps with focus. And I was like, which if your kids are anything like mine, they need to focus better. I think it was a story. I got so many replies. They were like, oh my gosh, yes, mine too. They can't focus to save their life. So use those like relatable little things that like, as a parent, you know, is true about your kids because most other people are going to feel the same. And that will get their attention to be like, okay, like if they feel this way, I need this in my, I need this in my kid's life too.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to come back around to both you and Denise here in a second, as well as Nikki. Nikki, WIMMS. I know that, ingredients are important to you, and, you got a whole bundle of kids as well, like all of us. What do you think about WIMMS?
Yeah, I'm so excited. One of the things that I love being in this industry, first of all, is it's duplicatable. Like everything that I was going to say as far as suggestions, you've touched on, Denise has touched on, Brittany has touched on all of those things with being authentic. And so, yes, I'm super excited for WIMS because I'm also a mother of 5, very conscientious about ingredients and the things that we put in our body. It's just like our lifestyles and the convenient and the fast foods and all of the things that people are putting into their bodies is taking a major toll on our kids' health, right? So I love hearing about all of these ingredients and all of the supplements and the minerals and the vitamins that these kids are getting in one little teeny tiny gummy. It's huge. Like I buy whole food organic supplements and you have to do multiple to get what's come in one little WIMS. And so to me, that's just going to be like a breath of fresh air for my girls. I have a 7 and 9-year-old too. So, and same thing like Denise, like we try one supplement and they might not like it. And so they don't take it. And so it's just money down the drain. And this is going to be so super easy. So I'm very, very excited about this, that with the Immunicale, like for these girls too. I mean, all of the studies and the research, after looking at all of that stuff before coming, after coming to Florida, I'm sold on this research. And it's absolutely amazing that these products actually do what we say they do and we can prove it. It's not just something that we just say, just to get a sale, because that's not what it's about. The bottom line is health. And so my biggest tip too is just be authentic. We as mamas have a great community and we have a great platform with other moms because let's face it, I don't care if we have 5 kids or 1 kid, we're still always fumbling through motherhood, right? There's always the next thing and what's going on and what's best for our children. And so having that community to network with and being able to recommend and refer yourself. So many times people ask for their favorite jeans or they ask for, something's on sale. Don't be afraid to recommend your own product because you're using it. And I always tell people, we could probably sell anything. Those of us who have been in network marketing for a long time, right? We could probably sell anything, but after a while, people are going to find out if you're authentic or not, right? And so when they see that you're taking the product, if somebody sees me giving a product to my kid, then they know I stand behind it, right? And I think that is going to be like that right there is the proof in the pudding right there, to see that we are actually giving it to our kids and that we stand behind it. So getting out there in the community, like when you're drinking your energy drink in a clear water bottle, so people say, well, what is that? It's either I'm getting my greens and my reds or it's a all natural energy boost, along with giving our kids these WIMS. They're going to see right there firsthand for themselves. So I can't wait to get my shipment in.
I love it. You just said something I think is super powerful. And that is, when people see you give your kids something, they don't question anything, because they know at the end of the day, like they know you as a mom or a dad before they know you as a business person. And it makes me think like, all right, let's take this conversation to the next level right now. Let's talk about, Nikki, I know you got kids in sports. Brittany, I don't know if I think you got kids in sports. You got 5 kids. Somebody's bound to play a sport. I see you guys at the beach throwing balls and doing all kinds of stuff. I know Denise got boys in basketball, and, Rocco plays lacrosse, Sophie's in dance. So let's take this to like games. Let's take this to interaction at school. Let's take this to being around other parents. Like, we're talking about social media a lot right now and sharing. But let's talk about going into the real world, like in real life, right? Denise, we've got a product that, you can carry around and sample it and tear it off and use it. I mean, one thing Nikki just said, it made me think, okay, I think I peeled one off a while ago. Yeah. So like, can you think like the next time you're at practice, right? Then so lacrosse practice tomorrow night for Rocco. Sophie's got dance. I'm not going to be there, but there's a ton of parents. They're just lined up waiting for their kids. So like, I could just see going up ripping this off, being a little extra loud, right? And be like, hey, Rocco, you got to take your WIMMS before practice, right? And test it right there. What do you think about some in-person sampling, Denise?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have to brag on Devin for a minute. She actually got hers today. And this is what she did. She said all of her kids are over 12, and so she's going to give it to them too. But this is what she did. She messaged all of her neighborhood friends and she said, I need people who are under 12. Can your kids come? Can I give you a sample? Can your kids come over? Let me show you what I got. I need feedback. I need testimonies. And she's gonna WIMMS everybody in her neighborhood, just because she's super excited about getting it in their hands. And again, that's testimonies, that's pictures, that's videos potentially where she can just have personal testimonies and results of people that she knows that's taking it and then following up. The other question she asked though, Mike, Devin, I'll ask here on the call, is if it can be mailed. Because one question, I live in Michigan, it snowed today, so I'm not quite worried about this, but she's in Texas and she wants to know if it's going to melt in the mail. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, here's the answer. It made it to Florida with no issues, and it's not snowing here. So I would say that absolutely, it can be mailed. So whether it's one, whether it's a sleeve, whether it's a whole box, whatever, I would say you should be fine. You know, this is a product. It's printed on the box. This is pretty cool. You know, we make all of our Immunical line in America, American ingredients, manufactured in America. This product's actually a product from Norway. When you think about fish and you think about omegas, like I've spent a lot of time in Norway actually, and it's one of my favorite places to go for the food because the fish comes from such cold water, and their fish are just extraordinary. And this is a product that's sourced from there. So when you think about clean and being cool and fish, it's such high quality. I don't think you're going to have issues with that. When you think about our distribution centers, they're in Houston, Texas, and Los Angeles in America, and they're hot, right? So I don't think you're going to have issues with this. And it's not, you know, here's the other thing you got to think about when you think about shipping. You know, you get a bag of, there's all kinds of companies out there that have like gummy products. And what do you do? Like when you get it, they come in like not a cup, obviously, but like a bottle, like a pill bottle, and they're clear. And then what happens when you see it, when it does get heated, they're like all gummied all together, and you're like trying to peel it off, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting. Blister packed, right? Individually packed, individually mailed. You want to send somebody 6, right? You just fold it down and tear it off, right? And there's 6 that goes to somebody. You want to do 3, do 3, right? You want to do 9, do 9. I mean, it's all individualized and everything is packed individually. So you have the ability to mail it, sample it, give it out there. You got the ability. I mean, you think about, you can break down the price. And again, I'm making up the numbers, so don't do the math on me real quick. But you know, this may be a $5 that you say, hey, you want to try it out? $5, whatever it is. It's a great sampling where you can actually cover your cost. I think there's nothing wrong. I think every single mom and dad would pay $5 for this in a heartbeat. And I think that the more things that we're coming out with Immunotech over the remainder of this year, you're going to see more sampling opportunities. You know, when I step back, I'm gonna go back to you, Nikki, and Brittany, I'll come to you in a second, but I step back and look at my career. One of the simplest things that I've found over the years is that if you can answer and tell people 2 things about a product, this is what it is, right? Just explain what it is, like just very simple. It is a kid's individually wrapped omega and multivitamin that tastes great, right? Whatever that is, simplify that down. And then you show them this is actually what it does. Well, and you give them, you know, a handful of things that I went over tonight: balanced immune system, brain health, and eye health, strong bones and teeth, right? That's what it does. They take it every day. It's what it is. It's what it does. Let's talk about that, Nikki, when you're out in the public, maybe talking to people and being able to share this with people. Oh, you're muted, Nick.
Sorry, trying to unmute myself. So yeah, like I said, I haven't had it in my hands, but I think a lot of it is just in sharing that with other people, in your experience, right? Just having your own experience and having your own testimony with your own children. And I think at the end of the day, again, going back to that research, and that we're going to be able to share that research wise, that this does what we say it's supposed to do. But then also we have the testimony of what, like, really, when we have the hardcore research, but then at the end of the day, like, do the kids like it, right? Are they taking it? Are we using it? Are we implementing it to our day-to-day life? Because I would say honestly, like, most people don't really research this stuff. They're going to take what you say, and they're going to take your testimony. Again, as long as you're being authentic and it's something that you're using and in everyday life, and you're showing that, I think that's just going to be as powerful as anything.
Well, and it's like, and I just use Costco again. You know, the reason we went to Costco today and picked up a couple things that we always get from Costco, like basic stuff. And what was interesting is as we went through, there was like 2 or 3 things. Tiffany's like, "Hey, isn't this what we had friends named Kathleen? Like, isn't this what Kathleen had at her house that we had the other night?" Right? It's all about referral. Now, here's the interesting thing: we do look at labels, right? We're those people where we actually go through. And the other night, you know, she had it out of the package, and it was like, I don't know, it was like a little dessert type thing. And we're, I mean, tearing it up. It was fantastic. It was like coconut and chocolate. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's natural, it's organic, whatever." Well, I saw it today. I get the bag and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's like so much crap in here." No wonder it tasted so good, but no wonder I felt the way I felt after that. So I totally agree with you that that's the reality of a lot of people, is that most people aren't like the 4 of us and the 61 others that are on here right now watching. They're really on going, we want to see what's in this. We want to, you know, that's what we do. We look at this and we see, oh my gosh, okay, dye free, all the stuff, sugar free. Most people don't care, right? So you don't have to get into the details. The great thing is that if some people ask, we've got it to back it up. And I know
Yeah.
that's important to you, Nikki.
Yeah, and I think as long as you have a broad overview on it, I mean, especially for new people, the most important things are, yeah, we don't want to drown ourselves in the details, right? Because sometimes people, they don't even need all of the details, so we can just kind of drip on what they need and just kind of respond to the things that they're asking as well. So we give that big picture overview. It's got, all of these ingredients in it. These are the things that I was giving my kids with 3 supplements. I give it to one. It's like a Jello gummy. It tastes good. It's quick. It's easy. I don't have to think about it again. I don't have to fight with my
Yeah.
kid before school, right? So we make it super simple. And then again, just for new people with a product, any product really, but this product, it's that exposure to it that is going to make people come back to it, right? And so we are dripping on them, and it's our consistency over time using that and putting it out there in front of people. At some point, that's when they're going to kind of say, all right, well, she's really been using this for a while, or her kids have been using this. And yes, like Brittany, my kids are never sick, and so how come your kids are never sick, but my kids get the flu every time it comes around? So those are the things that are going to be huge, that are really the small things.
I love it. Brittany, I'm going to jump up to you because, you are super consistent on social media. And that's what Nikki, was going to kind of roll into that and jump to you and talk about the consistency on sharing. Obviously it can be for the Body Shot, it can be for WIMMS, it can be for anything. But when you think about WIMMS and just sharing with kids, like so many people, they shy away from kids because most products aren't designed specifically for kids, right? Like Immunical is designed for everybody. It's great for kids. The studies we've went above and beyond what most companies will ever do to not only make a product safe, but to make it marketable for kids. Well, now we've created a product that's exclusively for them. I see Patrick, he's like me. He's going to buy these things and just eat them like I do. And there's a great comment. Annette said, what a great, we got travel sports teams and they are, I mean, our kids are travel sports, everything. And she said, can coaches suggest supplements? Coaches suggest everything else. I don't know why they wouldn't suggest supplements. They're handing out energy drinks and Gatorades and everything else. This is such a fantastic product along with Immunical. But let's talk about consistency on social, that exposure, Brittany.
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing that I'm just really big about is just working smarter, not harder. So don't overthink being consistent. Like you're going to have days that you're super busy and you're like, man, I can't sit down and write the most inspiring post. I'm also really big on like, don't drop the same ball twice. So let's say you have a day that like all you could do was put up some great stories. Next, to make a point tomorrow to sit down and write that really inspiring post. But on those crazy days, utilize stories. Stories are huge. Yes, they're only up for 24 hours, but what I love about stories as a busy mom of 5, and we're super on the go. My son plays football and got a daughter that is taking college classes in high school. So like we're just all over the place. And I'm big about just like storing our life. You know what I mean? Like if it's a day that I'm not home until 8 o'clock at night, you can bet I'm going to have had a ton of stories that day. I might not have sat down to make a post yet, but like I will have definitely flooded my stories with everything going on behind the scenes. And that is something that like I feel like a lot of people don't, really understand the weight of. They think that it has to be perfect. Done is better than perfect in this industry. So, show yourself, be authentic, and just set yourself up for success. If it's a busy day, snap some quick things on the go. You can drip in your story. I also, utilize like when I'm sitting at the bus stop waiting for my kids, or my daughter's taken forever to, come out of the college because she's talking to all her friends. Like I'll sit in the car in the line and, write a post that I'm going to post that night. Just utilize those little small pockets of time because, we're all busy, but just, utilize what you've got. What I really love about marketing this is, like promoting how it's so easy on the go, promoting that it comes in the blister packs, showing a little quick video story as we're running out the door, like running late again, but all my kids got their, great nutrition this morning, showing that the kids love it, just like simple things. And again, those can all be things you just put in your story that literally take you like 2 minutes to share. So there's no excuse not to do it. If you have kids, definitely showing them using the product consistently. Like I plan on, once ours comes in, to multiple times a week, just do a quick story of them eating it and like telling the camera how much they love it, because that sells. Like people are going to see that and be like, okay, like that's not, you can't force that. If my 6-year-old is like, this is the best thing I've ever had, like that's not something that, can be put on. In fact, I just gave her a calming gummy tonight because she was very hard to wake up this morning after spring break and was way too much energy when I put her to bed before the Zoom. And I was like, you're taking these calming gummies. And I had to stand there for 10 minutes to get her to take them. She's like, they're nasty. So, like showing those comparisons too, like, or getting the kid to even tell the camera, this is better than anything I've ever had. So just be real, be authentic, but like be consistent. You've got time to watch Netflix. You got time to go make that late night snack. Like make a point to, share about this along with our other products, because the more consistent you are, that is 100% where your results are going to come from. I'm really big on attraction marketing. I don't do any cold messaging, and I never did in our last company either. And would enroll 60 customers plus a month just from being consistent. And so if you're on here and you haven't really gotten in the flow, I just want to leave you with this little bit of encouragement. Like make a commitment to yourself that starting waking up tomorrow, you will share something about Immunotech every single day, whether it's the opportunity, whether it's the Body Shot, Sunray, WIMMS. Like make a point to yourself, make a commitment to yourself. I will not miss a day sharing something, even if it's a quick story. Obviously some days you're going to do better than others, but that consistency will 100% trump you just being all in for a week and, being super hot on social media for a week and then nobody hears from you again. So that is my best piece of advice with this and all of our products, the opportunity, the whole 9 yards.
Well, you said something that, I mean, I think we all can agree with. It's you'd rather be first than perfect. You said it a little different. I like the way you said, what was yours? Done than
Done is better than perfect.
Done is better than perfect. I love that, because it's very true. And when I think about me on social media, I'm the guy that thinks about it too much. I'm like, Tiffany, is this good? Is this the right filter? I don't know. I'm like 47 now. I'm not that guy. I don't know. And it's better just put it out there, because everybody else, they could care less. They just want to see like what's going on in people's lives. It's the nonstop reality show. That's Instagram stories. That's Facebook stories. It's just boom, 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 boom. And the more you're up there, the more consistent they see it. And you said something that I think everybody should absolutely do. You got to have the product to get it. So I recommend every single person, if you've not ordered this, they've got a great package on there. You can qualify with your check for this product. You can get them free if you have a 500-point auto ship. But a lot of times I see many of you, I know I've seen Nikki, I've seen Denise, I've seen you, Brittany, and dozens and dozens and dozens of others. They're making the Body Shot every day and drinking it, right? And it's just showing your daily routine. Same thing with WIMMS. right? It's like the
Yeah.
kids can take the Body Shop. I know Nikki Phillips is on here. Nikki used to work with us, and she's literally traveled all over the world and helped raise our kids. And now she's got 2 little girls of her own, and they've shared a few videos of her on corporate, because she's just consistent, gives her kids the product every day and just films it. And it's really cute and it's hilarious, kind of how they react to that. And I think, with WIMMS, even if it's just like when they're walking out the door and the kids are like, WIMMS, right? That's all. It's just that consistency. So I absolutely love that. Denise, I'm going to throw it to you to close out the marketing portion of the call, and then I'll close the call after that. But, maybe what's 1 or 2 more ideas on some marketing once people get the WIMMS in?
All right. So let's think. I think when we're talking about, well, I'll share one. I'll share one in person and then one social media one. So the in-person idea, you guys, is to always just have a few in your purse. We're always around parents. We're always chit-chatting at games. We're always talking about, I mean, my boys are getting ready for high school and middle school, and the focus and the energy, and they're growing bodies. And so these conversations are going to come up more naturally than maybe we expect. So I would always have some in your purse. And it doesn't seem like it'll get any gunky or hot or anything like that. It should be just fine. But always keep it with you, because you can always say, oh my gosh, what's been helping us with that? We've been using these WIMMS, and Owen is totally taking them. He's never taken anything really well at all, and he's experiencing XYZ results. So carry them around, because you never know when it's going to come up in conversation. The other thing is, I think this really is a shareable and potentially like giveawayable product, meaning people are going to want to try it. And so you can do something like a giveaway potentially on your post, where you do a square message on your post, the colorful square, because that gets a lot of attention. So which means it's like 1 or 2 sentences. And you could even say something like, if you could give your kids all of this vitamins, minerals, and omegas for less than 70 cents a day, would you? And get people to comment below. You can do a drawing. So the person who, we'd have to think about like what to have them post, but like post WIMMS below, and I'll do a drawing for somebody to win a free, week supply or something like that. And the goal here is engagement. And then everybody who's interested in this and they want to win it, they comment WIMMS below. You message them and you say, hey, I'll send you a free week supply too if you post this on your wall. And it's something we call host to post, where it's like the host will get a free gift of some sort if they do a giveaway on their wall, and you get engagement on their wall too. So just be creative on how you can get in front of not just your warm market, right? But the soccer moms warm market, and the dance teams warm market, and the chess team, who knows, like the band needs it, like everybody needs it, and they've all got their own little niches. And we can go find the leader, the connector of that group, and it spreads like wildfire.
I absolutely love that. I love everything all of you have shared, the consistency, the using the giveaway, because this is inexpensive enough to where you can use that and even team up with other people. I mean, that's what I love. It so many times people don't realize. It'd be like, if Denise and Nikki and Brittany and me were on the same team, right? And it's like, hey, we're going to combine and each have 1 box. Okay, it's $17 our cost, but now we can get it out to, I don't know, if all of a sudden people start getting tagged and they go out, you may have thousands of people that are seeing this product, and it really is about exposure. And that's what I'll end with tonight. What I love about Immunotech, I've shared my story of how I heard about Immunotech, years and years ago, and how Mauricio and I have known each other for about a decade. But what I love is that you don't have to worry about the comp plan, right? The comp plan pays extraordinary money. It's volume based. You're not worried about requalifying individuals, certain titles underneath you for you to hit your titles. I mean, there's all kinds of nuances that just don't exist here, that exist in a lot of other companies. You're not trying to convince somebody that this is the next fad, right? We show people we got 79 patents. We've got 92 published studies. It's facts, right? We know the product absolutely give results. We've got the studies. We've got the proof. We're open in 18 markets. It's 28 years old, and we're just continuing to improve the science and invest in the market. And then when you put together something like this, it really boils down to marketing, right? It boils down to little things that you're going to continue to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis to share with others. And then if you do it consistent enough, like Brittany was talking about, that snowball effect's going to start. You're going to have another team member. Maybe it's just you right now, and then you're going to have one. Then it's you plus one, right? But now you just doubled your potential exposure, right? And in my world, doubling something is a good thing. So then all of a sudden, if that becomes three, now you've tripled, right? And you start thinking, well, that doesn't sound like a big team, Mike. Well, it doesn't matter. It means that it was just you. Now you've doubled. Now you've tripled. Now you've quadrupled. All of a sudden, you have 10 women that are out, or 10 men, or a combination that are out sharing a product every single day. Just if you took the practices that we all go to every single stinking week. Oh my gosh. Not that I'm dreading it, but a little bit. Because spring break was great last week. No practices whatsoever. And now this week, I got 2 practices. I got a game on Saturday. So there's 3 exposure points. If I just did that with WIMMS and nothing else, and I just focused, it'd be amazing what you could do if you just put the effort in. So I recommend you rewatch this. This will be posted in our Facebook group. I'm sure there'll be some great marketing tips on WIMMS as the guys and gals start to receive their WIMMS product tomorrow, the next day, the rest of this week as you close out the month. So make sure you're watching Immunotech Platinum Pros, and it's going to have a lot of details in there. And then I'm going to pull up, we do have the remainder of this week. So tonight's Monday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So this call was at 9. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we have a power hour. So you're going to get to work together, immunolivetraining.com. And then Thursday, the next night at 9 p.m. Eastern, we've got an opportunity call on immunozoom.com. And it looks like they have me as the guest on there. We may have a testimonial too, but I'm back. I'm pumped up. I took a couple days and skied and enjoyed myself. Enjoyed the family, and now we're back in the grind and loving this, and just what great timing to see WIMMS. So Denise, thank you. Nikki, Brittany, thank you guys so much. Just some great tips. We're seeing just great call on the chat. So I think tonight was fantastic. Those of you, just real quick, I'll end with this. They've got special packs. There's actually a coloring book that's really cool. I know that sounds crazy coming from me, but like when you look at the package that the companies put together, they got a really cool little coloring book for kids, especially the younger kids, that you can get when you buy, I think it's like a 6-pack or 8-pack of WIMMS. And it's a fantastic deal. Like when you look at the number, it's crazy. And it comes with 400 points, which is a qualifying order for your commissions. So, if you're looking for something like that, if you have young kids, you may want to take advantage of that. And I would recommend all of the leaders that are on here. Today's the 24th. There's 31 days in March. What a great way to get people over the edge for their promotions at the end of this month. So we're going to talk obviously more about that Wednesday and Thursday. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you ladies for sharing some fantastic tips, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Have a good night.